All right, you hear the thunder of a nitro-fueled Hemi coming to life. Looks like that's going to be Matt Bynum's going to be on the tower side in the tornado lane. Smiley Cordero got the win down at State Capitol Raceway, Baton Rouge, earlier in the year. And he is right now number 3 in points. And he's ready to take that 1970 model Chevrolet Camaro funny car down that lane and see how the car likes the West Texas air. I see a whole lot of people getting emotional out there as there's a whole lot of nitromethane fumes in the air. You pay for that VIP spot, and you're going to get a blast of nitro when Matt Bynum shows up. So whenever you see Worsham and Fink on the side of the trailer that comes in the gate, you can expect something amazing, and that's what we've got. Matt Bynum from Auburn, Indiana, 1977 Firebird. A couple of Generation 2 Chevrolet and Pontiac F-bodied machines getting ready to take the track. Maximum Overdrive. The Camaro on the right side, Matt Bynum's Firebird on the tower side. Getting ready for a run down the racetrack. Here we go. Bynum inches in. Of amber, the nitro car going to get there first with a 426. 426, 182.6 miles an hour for Matt Bynum, and a 509 for Smiley Cordero at 99.3 miles per hour. So Dustin Bradford hangs on to that #1 spot at 420. Matt Bynum down the racetrack in 4.26 seconds. Smiley Cordero, 108 with a 7 to the short time, 295 to half track, as he was anticipating a quicker tree, but the car on the tower side was a little bit later than they expected him to be getting into the stage light. So Cordero's 509 has him on the list. Next up, it's going to be Randy Mueller making his first run in the funny car called Crazy Randy out of San Antonio. He's going to be on the right side, and Smiley Cordero, number 3 in points. Another San Antonio racers is going to have the Maximum Overdrive Camaro lined up on the tower side in the Tornado Ready Mix lane. Smiley's first run, just a little over 5 seconds. 5:09 at 99 miles an hour, not the run they were looking for. But they are back and ready for more action. Fires are lit. Here we go, Smiley Cordero. As soon as this qualifying round began, Smiley was in the number 7 spot. Of the Alky Digger B field. He's been bumped back 2 spots to the Wolf Pumps C field. But he's looking to make a change, and you can tell he's in a hurry to do it as that car is backing up Dick LaHaye style. High speed in reverse for the Maximum Overdrive Gen 2 Camaro bodied machine. Smiley Cordero has a win under his belt in 2022 Funny Car Chaos Racing. Lee Craft down there doing the videography up close and personal with the Maximum Overdrive machine. Randy Mueller, Crazy Randy, typically makes it to every Funny Car Chaos event, not with his car necessarily, but we're happy he decided to show up with the race car this time. So, here we go. They're picking him up and laying him down pretty quick, and a 4:38 with a 5 is the run that Smiley Cordero was looking for. 4:69 for Randy Mueller. That may be a career best elapsed time for Randy's funny car. 469, 149.9 miles an hour. Mueller steps it up. And Smiley Cordero's 438 with a 5 is going to put him near the top of the Alky Digger B field. So getting the all clear signal from the racetrack, and our next pair are going to fire up. Number 3 in points and number 10 in points going to line up side by side. Jade Cook from Duncan, Oklahoma, you may have seen on Chaos Live last Wednesday. This young lady was the Rookie of the Year in 2021 Funny Car Chaos Racing. Has had a few difficulties this year as they finished 3rd in the world last year. Right now, they are holding the 10th spot in the points for the Spell Paving Services Funny Car Chaos Championship. The tower side, it's number 3 in points for San Antonio's Smiley Cordero, coming out strong with another one of those long smoky burnouts that he is becoming rather famous for. Smiley Cordero got a win down at Baton Rouge at State Capitol Raceway in the Alky Digger B field. So Smiley, loving him some funny car racing. Showing up and doing very, very well in that 1970 Chevrolet Camaro funny car with the methanol-fueled, supercharged Hemi underneath the hood. Lane to a 412 at 174 miles an hour. Smiley Cordero's best run yesterday was 438. He goes down the racetrack in 4.12 seconds and goes all the way up to number 3 in the Rodax A field. So a great run right there for Smiley Cordero. Jade Cook goes 443, 145.2 miles an hour. Round 1, Rodax Custom Coffee A Field Funny Cars. We've got Alan Bradshaw into the semifinals in the bottom half. We move now to the top half of the A Field. And Matt Bynum racing Smiley Cordero. Should be an interesting race. Smiley Cordero, number 3 in points, has a lot on the line on this match. So the supercharged, methanol-fueled second-generation Camaro out of San Antonio, Smiley Cordero knows that he's got to get the win light to keep pace and stay up there in the top 3, and you can bet that he's going to bring his A game. Of course, if you know Smiley, you know he always does bring his A game. You can hear the distinct difference in the sound of these engines. Matt Bynum with the nitro-fueled Hemi. Second generation F-body. Both cars second generation F-bodies. The Pontiac Firebird 1977 model on the tower side and the Tornado Ready-Mix lane. And Smiley Cordero, the original second generation Camaro 1970 vintage, over on the OTI side. Ethanol on the right side, nitromethane on the left side. Both of these cars qualified well, qualified close to each other, making the A field. They're both in the precinct. Revs up the Cordero. Got us a drag race right here. Who's it going to be? Matt Bynum goes 4:01 at 191.73 miles an hour to put Smiley Cordero on the trailer with a 4:13, 173.28 miles an hour. Cordero was off the line first with a 003 reaction time. Cordero knew he had to bring his A game, and he did. 003 on the tree, so he was holding 600ths at the hit. 997 at the 60, 105 for Matt Bynum. So, Smiley Cordero, if you thought he was ahead early, you were exactly right. By mid-track, though, he began to catch up as they were neck and neck. Smiley was still ahead at half-track with a 270 incremental to the 272 on the tower side. But up at the top end of the racetrack, the Nitro car kicks in, the horsepower takes him around, and by 0.05 of a second, Matt Bynum gets the win light to advance into the semifinals. So a good race. Smiley Cordero knew what he had to do, and he did it. He brought everything he had. Matt Bynum just a little too strong at the top end with that Nitro-fueled Hemi-powered Firebird.